Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Today, I wanted to talk to you about a psychic story. I know so many of you love this, and I always love when the messages come through. It just makes it more heartfelt. But when I hear other people's stories, it tells me and it just reaffirms everything that I believe in: the power of spirit, the power of our angels, and the power of God. The first psychic story I wanted to talk about, I had talked to a police officer and we were talking. It was a lovely session, but I said, you should always get an Archangel Michael medal and wear it. Wear it on you, wear it wherever you feel you will be protected in any way, but feel comfortable. So time went by and he makes another session with me. And I don't know, I want to say it was maybe about 6 months later. And he says, I don't know if you remember me, but I was a police officer and we talked about so many things. And he said, Susan, I really loved our reading, but the reason I came back was to let you know you had talked about Archangel Michael and how valuable this angel is for protection. He said, the federal building in my city there was a man who was taking people hostages, and he was a shooter. So he was outside with the SWAT team, and he had pinned an Archangel Michael medal on his bulletproof vest. And so he's doing his job, and all of a sudden, something that he felt on his shoulders pushed him down, and he didn't understand it, but he felt a very strong force. And when he was pushed down, the shooter was firing and hit another police officer that was literally right before him. And he was staying down. And he said, Susan, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a full believer that if it wasn't for Archangel Michael and that medal that you told me about, I think I would have been dead. And he said it was just outstanding because I felt a force no other that was pushing me and knocking me down. He goes, so I just wanted to say thank you so much. I don't go out of the house without it. I wear it here. I've got it on my bulletproof vest. I have it on my duffel bag at work. He goes, I have an Archangel Michael card in my car. He says, I totally believe now because of the force that I felt, and I truly believe that that's what kept me alive, and he was protecting me. I was just so elated. I was so happy to hear of the story. I was, first of all, happy that he was okay. But I do believe that. There's many times when I talk to parents whose children go in the armed forces, and I say, get them an Archangel Michael medal. Fire officers, fire police, chief, all of those things. First responders. It's really important to have it. And I have it everywhere I go. I believe in it very, very much. Years back, I could remember I had to speak at a seminar at the Fairmont Hotel in Chicago, and the title was Science versus Spirituality. And there were many doctors that were there. The whole thing was a medical convention, and I will never forget how nervous I was. And when I speak, it's all unrehearsed. There's no, reading by a note, or having anything, a teleprompter telling me anything what to say. I have to just wing it and do it from me. And I could remember I was pacing, and my husband says, Susan, you're going to be okay. And I said, I'm really nervous because I know how many doctors, they believe in the science, but they really don't believe sometimes of the spirituality. And he said, you're going to be fine. Just go be you, as he always tells me. So I remember sitting at my dining room table, and all of a sudden, I remembered to pray to Archangel Gabriel. Now, Archangel Gabriel is very, very good for people who have a tremendous amount of anxiety. And at that moment, I was really having anxiety, a lot of it. And then all of a sudden, as I'm praying, I'm looking down at the table, and all of a sudden, I actually feel two hands, one on each of my shoulders. But it was very profound. It wasn't hard. It was just very soothing. And one hand was here, one hand was here, and it was just doing this to me. And all of a sudden, that was it. All the anxiety had gone away. I got up from the table and I said to my husband, I'm going to be okay. I got this. And he goes, of course you do. I said, no, really. I said, Tom, I really do have this. I'm going to be okay. Got into the car, drove downtown Chicago, loved the seminar. Everything came out of me effortlessly when I was speaking. I spoke for about 2 hours. At the end of the evening, I had a 3-hour line of doctors waiting in line because of so many things that touched a chord to so many different doctors. I must have got home probably close to 3 in the morning. And it was so profound. And I felt so protected. And so many doctors said what you said really made sense to me. Just beautiful stories from all kinds of doctors. And I'll never forget that. So I have to be honest with you. Get to know your angels. Get to know what God has created. I have a whole Archangel series on the YouTube, on my YouTube. And I think it's very, very important for you to start learning who they are, what they specialize in, and how it could help each and every one of you. These psychic stories are true. This is what makes them so beautiful. And when I can pass this along to you, it's only going to help and ensure that the direction that you're going when you let these beautiful angels and God into your life, how much more of a difference it's going to make. So please keep God in your core. Bring everybody to your table, as I always say, because it can make every bit of a difference in such a beautiful, profound way. So I hope this has enlightened you. Please subscribe to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and a lot more stories will come. You have a very blessed week, each and every one of you. Take care. Bye-bye.